This is Neil Versel, new with MedCity News, live, well not really live, on tape at the Hard Rock Café in Chicago, HIMSS15. I'm here with Jonathan Bush, the CEO of Athenahealth, and our friend Mick Jagger. We decided to do something a little unorthodox, although some of my interviews in the past with Jonathan have been less than orthodox, I would say. Jonathan, again, thanks for making this happen right before your annual party, and thanks for inviting rock stars.
Well, Neil, thank you for coming. I felt it was important to give you the exclusive early access to the Hard Rock. What with this being your 14th HIMSS, and a home game for you.
What is the status of Commonwell? I mean, are you guys in production? Are you in testing? What's going on with that thing? Because we don't hear a lot about it. We just know that it exists, and you've gotten a lot of new partners, including Meditech, who is usually quieter than Epic when it comes to talking to the press. And
and they joined. Meditech joined. Did you see that? And then another company that I really like, actually, a cloud-based company joined. I think it's called Point Click Care. Did they join? Yeah. I love that company, and they're kind of cloud for skilled nursing facilities and home nursing, and sort of post-acute care. So that was exciting. You get the whole picture. Look, Commonwell to me is more, honestly, first of all, I didn't invent it. It's not my thing. I got invited to it. I love being invited to things because I was left out as a kid. I'm over it now, but
Mick has given you a hug, so.
But you know what I mean? Like, you get that, like, hey, we want you to be in. I'm like, ooh, yay. And then come to find out, like, I've got to have our guy run the thing and everything else, which wasn't what I had in mind. I was thinking we'd, like, water ski behind this great, patient access service. But it's a good way to make sure that we all start with the patient, right? Look, if there's somebody who actually is smart enough to figure out that they deserve their chart and they want to know everywhere that their care is taking place, of course you don't want to be the guy that's the black hole in that person's download of themselves, right? So to me, it's prophylaxis against being a jerk, And so, like, that's how I started, and then Jeremy got in there, and he sort of started to design it. Jeremy Delinsky, our CTO, now he's head of new products. But that idea of, look, let's make sure that all these parlor tricks of, product design and who's going to operate with who and is closeness better or openness better doesn't get in the way of a patient who actually just wants their freaking chart back. That's just, and so I love that about Commonwealth. It's like a simple, obvious, like, there's no market for it today. Like, no one's losing anything by just, of course I'll download or make available.
There is no market for it today, you think?
No, there's no activist consumer in terms of deep medical records yet. There's some very cool companies. Amy's company, what's that one called?
Amy Cueva you're thinking of? Is that
Amy from CareSync?
CareSync, oh yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like that idea, like there's a few new age companies that are trying to make a market there. But today, given how isolated the doctors are from the continuum of care, it's unlikely that the patient's going to be some sort of super sophisticated commander of the continuum of care. Remember, most people aren't sick. Most people are well, and so the idea that once you randomly, surprisingly become sick, like getting rear-ended in traffic, that you could then figure out how to sort of master the continuum of care is ridiculous. What about the doctor who deals with sick people all the time, at least, being able to master that?
The doctor doesn't have really much incentive to share records. That's starting to change quite a little bit.
Emerging? It is emerging. Someone showed me, so even with straight Medicare, if you don't do an ACO, like, you're talking about an 11% swing on your performance of 2015. So you could be down 6%, 6 and change percent, based on, the SGR and PQRS and meaningful use, or you could be up 4.5. So that's 6, 4, half. It's 11% swing if you're in the top quartile of PQRS or the bottom quartile of PQRS, and if you have meaningful use or if you don't have meaningful use. Like, that's pretty amazing. That's already sort of not full risk, but full involvement of the full chart in your payment destiny.
How have some of these programs at the Medicare level affected Athenahealth, like the CMS decision that they're going to, they said they were going to accelerate the shift to value-based purchasing for Medicare by, was it 2017, 2018?
But I mean, they've already done it, right? If you look at what's already statutorily in place today, there's an 11% swing in your potential. I mean, you won't get the full effect of it until, I think, 2017, but it's based on your 2015 performance, so it's game on today. Yes. So, and then, maybe they're successfully going to move it forward, or maybe more laissez-faire people will win the White House, and as have won the Senate and have won the Congress, and you won't see as much micromanagement from above. But anyway, the point is there's going to be more value-based purchasing of healthcare in the coming years, no question. It's already everywhere.
How does that change how Athenahealth operates?
Well, it's heaven for Athenahealth, right? I mean, we sell results. We win when a customer gets great results, and we get a percentage. And so, for example, I don't know if you saw at HIMSS, we guaranteed, 100% of our communicator enterprise or our population health services will be paid for out of bonuses. Okay. So we will get 100% of our revenue out of gain shares that you get paid.
This is a new announcement?
New announcement. It came out. Did it come out? It came out. It's out. So that's a big deal. We started with we'll get you the ACO 33 metrics, we'll guarantee that. We're like, no, forget the ACO. Forget these parlor tricks. If you generate a bonus, and we noticed all our clients were getting, all our Pioneer ACOs, all our ACOs were making money, and most of the ACOs weren't. And we're like, shit, this is our, let's just go at risk. Of course, we'll have a bunch of customers who end up paying us nothing, but the opportunity to do an LL Bean boot style guarantee was so compelling that we just said, screw it, let's do it. And so today, all of our population health service is fully at risk for gain share. If you don't get a gain share, we don't get a payment.
Are you seeing big demand for population health services? I mean, that's a buzzword. Everybody's talking about it, but
everyone wants it. No one knows what it means. Yeah. Basically, to me, population health is increasing your numerator faster than you increase your denominator, thereby increasing the asset efficiency of the system. And partly is you're closing gaps in care. Partly is, therefore, you're making your cost per increment of care delivered lower because you have fixed costs, but you're moving more units across it. But basically, it's that simple. It's move your numerator faster than your denominator. I haven't heard anyone say that. It's probably on PC, but if we could just do that, healthcare could get cheaper wicked fast.
So, what are you expecting this year's HIMSS to produce for you?
Meetings and beers.
Meetings and beers.
This is my second, and I haven't eaten all day, so it's feeling like the third.
Right.
And then we've had a lot of meetings with folks that didn't know we existed, but we made a big...
Really? If people don't know that you're...
So, interesting fact, 57% of doctors do not know what Athenahealth is or does.
Really?
Yeah, 57%. And that's after a decade of the best chief marketing officer in history moving the number up. It's after acquiring Hippocrates, and we still have the majority of doctors don't know who we are.
Yeah. What about the inpatient business? You bought your way into that about a year ago.
We bought our way into it. Now, we thought we could have gotten into it anyway.
Less than a year ago. It was just in the fall.
Months ago, yeah. And we devoted a team at the end of 2014. We're like, we're going to build it. Yeah. And I said, look, if you can find something to buy that will speed it up, do it, because we're in a race. And we have clients. We have the largest, most successful hospital chains in the country that are clients on the physician side.
What kind of a race are you talking about? Race for market share? Or?
Yeah, because they get nervous and scared, and so they give up and they buy the big iron, right? And so they're saying, I'm regularly asked, how quickly can your cloud-based service replace my need to buy big iron? How long do you want me to hold on? And I, of course, can't give them a straight answer. I lie. I don't lie, but I sort of tap dance. Because the Scrum approach to software development, this lean development that we use, they do what they can do. You don't really know when the endpoint is reached. But what we know is it goes faster than anyone else. And, we have a really clear bead on what we need. And Athenanet itself has 90%, a huge percent of the things that hospitals need already, native, with no development. really great patient access, really great pre-certification, pre-authorization, eligibility, basic physician workflows. That shit's already in place. So hopefully it'll be quickly, but it's a scary thing. So we bought, obviously, Razor, but we also bought the Beth Israel's cloud.
Right, yes, you did.
They call it WebOMR. So we're just getting anything that will speed up the team so that our dear clients don't get nervous and give up on us by the time we've got something stable and robust, and then they have to buy twice.
Okay, well, we are out of time now. I've been told, and your party is just about to get going here, and I don't want to keep you from that much longer. So thanks again, Jonathan, and thank you, Mick.
Neil, Mick, and I feel strongly that you're the most important interview of every HIMSS. I've always felt that, and you always will be, and thank you for including me in your repertoire. From
the HIMSS15 conference and the Athenahealth party at the House of Blues in Chicago. I'm sorry, we're at the Hard Rock Cafe, not the House of Blues.
Thank you, Brother Love.
Yeah, this is Neil Versel for MedCity News.